Good morning, Faith family. This is your Wednesday morning devoted faith moment. I wanted to start off this week by asking you a question. How's your prayer life? Is your prayer life pretty predictable? Is it repetitive? Is it non-existent? I've been in every single one of those spots before in my life, more times than I'd like to admit. But that's okay. Prayer time is your conversation time with God. And what that means is it's anything you'd like to talk to him about. Sometimes, though, we get into this really safe, comfortable prayer time with God. What do I mean by that? I mean that we like to give him our wish list. We like to give him the thanks for the food that we're about to eat or for the answer to the prayer that we got. But how often do we ask God to move us outside of our comfort zone? When was the last time you did that? I know when I had to reflect on this question, it's been a while since I've done that. I was reading this week in 1 Samuel 3, and to give you a little bit of the background and the context of where I ended up reading and staying and focusing in on, is Samuel is living in the tabernacle with Eli the priest. He's guessed to be about 10 or 11 years old at this time, and the two of them go to bed one evening. Samuel's laying in his bed and he hears his name being called, so he assumes that it's Eli that has called him, and he goes to him, and Eli says, "I didn't call you." Samuel does this again a second time, and he says, "Eli, what do you need?" And Eli answers back, "I didn't call you, go back to bed." Well, this happens a third time. And by this time, Eli's thinking, there's something happening here, and he remembers, and he thinks, the Lord is speaking to Samuel. So he tells Samuel that he needs to answer the Lord the next time that he hears his name. So Samuel goes back to bed, and sure enough, he hears his name again. So in 1 Samuel 3, Samuel answers back to the Lord these words, "Speak, your servant is listening." That's what he says to the Lord when he hears his name. I had to pause for a minute and think, when was the last time in conversation with the Lord that I said, "Speak, I'm listening"? I don't know about you, but my prayer time regularly is filled up with the things that I want to say to God. Now keep in mind, my heart is most often in the right place. I want to thank God for the things he's done. I want to ask him for the things that I know only he can do. I want to give him all of my burdens. But when was the last time that I actually just sat and listened? I can't tell you. Sadly, I cannot tell you the last time I said, "Speak, for I'm listening." So this week, I'm going to take 7 days, and I'm going to start my prayer life by saying, "Lord, speak, I'm listening." And I don't know what that time frame is going to look like that I don't say anything, but I'm going to try it. I don't know if maybe that interests you. I don't know if maybe that means something to you or is tugging on you a little bit. But what would our prayer life look like? How would it be changed? How would we be changed if we just said, "Go ahead and speak, Lord, I'm listening"? And like with any good conversation, maybe I need to not be ready with my comeback or what I'm going to say next, but I really just need to have a listening heart and listening ears for what the Lord has for me. I'm excited to see what that looks like in 7 days, and I hope that this was something that challenged you as well. I hope you guys have a great week. Be blessed, be kind, be loving to each other, and listen to what the Lord would have for you in these next few days.